Have you ever been told that your adult acne is caused by hormones, stress, or your diet? For many of you watching this right now, you may have tried literally everything, and I get it. Some of you have been on birth control for months. Maybe you've meditated every morning, you've cut out dairy like it's your sworn enemy, and yet here we are, still waking up to painful cysts that hurt when you smile, that throb when you touch them, that make you want to hide and cancel plans. I lived it for years. But what if I told you that hormones, stress, and diet are not the root cause? They're just the alarm bells. The messengers trying to tell you something much deeper is going on. The real problem is a traffic jam in your body's internal detoxification system. And once you understand this, everything starts to make sense. Hey, beautiful soul, Alba here. And in this video, I'm going to reveal the #1 system that breaks down first and creates the perfect storm for adult acne, because your skin isn't actually betraying you. It's actually trying to save you, okay? So let's talk about those usual suspects that everyone blames for adult acne. And here's the thing, they're not wrong, but they're not seeing the whole picture. First, we have hormones. Yes, hormones can absolutely drive acne. And your dermatologist will tell you it's androgens, stimulating your sebaceous glands. But the real question nobody's asking is, why are your hormones out of balance in the first place, right? Often, beautiful, it's because your body can't effectively clear out the excess hormones. So they're just circulating and recirculating like cars stuck in a roundabout with no exit. So what happens? Well, your skin becomes the emergency escape route. Then there's stress. Of course, stress causes breakouts, but how exactly? Here's what we don't hear often. Stress immediately compromises your gut. And when your gut barrier weakens, it creates this inflammatory cascade that moves through your entire body. And that inflammation is literally looking for an escape route. So guess where it goes? Your face, your jawline, those painful cysts along your chin. Third, we have diet. 100% certain foods can be triggers. But here's the thing. A healthy body should be resilient, right? You should be able to have that occasional slice of pizza without your face exploding 3 days later. You see, when your internal systems are already overloaded, when they're already at capacity and you have zero tolerance for anything that adds to that burden, and that's when every little dietary slip becomes a major skin crisis. Think about it this way. If hormones were really the root cause, then why doesn't every single teenager have cystic acne? If stress was the real culprit, why doesn't every stressed out CEO have breakouts? And if diet was truly to blame, why can your best friend eat whatever she wants while you break out from even looking at dairy? Yes, everybody is different. But the answer is that these triggers only become problems when your underlying system is already broken. And that happens when your body's core detoxification pathways are completely backed up. I spent years, literally years, chasing these triggers, thinking if I could just get my hormones balanced, if I could just manage my stress better, if I could just find the perfect diet, then my skin would clear. But I was playing whack-a-mole with symptoms, while the real problem was happening much deeper. Okay, so here's where everything clicks. Think of your body like a city, and I mean really picture this with me. You see, your cells are like little houses producing trash every day. These are the metabolic waste. Excess hormones, environmental toxins, all of this needs to be taken out, right? Your lymphatic system is the garbage truck that comes to collect everything. And your liver is the main processing plant where everything gets sorted and neutralized. Now, imagine if the garbage trucks are running slow. Maybe they're only coming once a month instead of weekly. And the processing plant is completely overwhelmed because it's dealing with way more than it was designed to handle. What happens? The trash starts piling up in the streets. It's overflowing from the bins, and eventually your body, desperate to get rid of this toxic buildup, starts throwing it out the windows. That, beautiful soul, is the cystic acne erupting on your skin. This is what I call the drainage problem, and it's the #1 principle I learned after spending $60,000 and seeing 34 dermatologists. You have to open the drainage first before you do anything else. Your liver, your lymphatic system, and your colon are the primary pathways for eliminating waste. If these pathways are clogged, if they're congested, if they're moving like molasses, then your body is literally forced to use its emergency exit. Your skin. Here's what blew my mind when I finally understood this. Your skin is your largest elimination organ. Did you know that? It's not supposed to be the primary route for getting rid of toxins and waste, but when your internal systems fail, when that liver, lymph, colon highway gets backed up, your skin becomes the last resort. And those painful cysts you're dealing with, They're not random. They're your body desperately trying to push out what it can't eliminate through normal channels. The liver specifically, oh my goodness, we need to talk about your liver because this is huge. Your liver has to process everything. Every hormone, every toxin, every medication you've ever taken, every chemical you've ever been exposed to. And when it gets overwhelmed, it literally cannot keep up with breaking down excess hormones. So they build up in your system and boom, hormonal acne that no amount of birth control seems to fix. And your lymphatic system, this is your body's sewage system that nobody talks about, but is supposed to be constantly moving fluid and waste through your body. Except most of us have a sluggish lymph because we're sedentary, we're dehydrated, we're stressed, and when lymph gets stagnant, all that cellular waste has nowhere to go except out through your pores. Then there's your colon. I know this isn't glamorous to talk about, but if you're not having daily bowel movements, if you're constipated even occasionally, all those toxins that should be leaving your body are getting reabsorbed into your bloodstream, and your liver has to process them all over again, creating this vicious cycle where your detox organs never get a break, never get to catch up, and your skin pays the price. This is the domino effect I'm talking about. One system backs up, which overloads the next, which overwhelms the next one, until finally your skin, your poor innocent skin, becomes the dumping ground for everything your body can't handle internally. And that's when you see those deep, painful, inflamed cysts that take weeks to heal and leave those dark marks we all hate. So, let's make this personal. Let's figure out if your drainage pathways are actually clogged, because you may have symptoms you didn't even connect to your skin until right now. Do you struggle with constipation, even just occasionally? Are you having a bowel movement every single day, or are you going every other day, every 3 days? This isn't just about digestion. Beautiful, when waste sits in your colon, these toxins get reabsorbed and your liver has to process them again, creating more work for an already exhausted system. Do you get frequent headaches, especially those dull, persistent ones that won't go away? Do you feel sluggish in the afternoon, like you need that second or third coffee just to function? Are you puffy, especially in the morning, like your face looks swollen, your rings feel tight, and your ankles are a bit swollen by the evening? These aren't random issues. They're not just getting older. They're massive clues that your drainage pathways might be completely congested. Here's another big one. Do you break out more during certain times of your cycle, like clockwork, especially along your jawline and chin? That's because during your luteal phase, your liver needs to process and eliminate excess hormones. But if it's already backed up with everything else, those hormones have nowhere else to go except out through your skin. And that's why you get those deep underground pimples that never come to a head. What about alcohol? Do you notice your skin gets worse after a night of drinking? Even after just 1 or 2 glasses of wine? That's your liver saying, I literally cannot handle one more thing right now. Because alcohol requires massive liver resources to process. And when your liver is busy dealing with alcohol, everything else, including those acne-causing hormones, gets put on the back burner. And here's the big connection nobody makes. When this core system is already backed up, when your drainage is already at capacity, any little thing becomes the straw that breaks the camel's back. A stressful week at work, the week before your period, that birthday cake at the office, one night of poor sleep, these become massive triggers because your body has zero reserve capacity, zero buffer zone. And that's when you get those painful cysts erupting on your jawline that seem to come out of nowhere, but really, they've been building for weeks. Listen, beautiful soul, it's time to stop playing whack-a-mole with your breakouts, okay? Stop blaming the messengers and start fixing the system that's sending them, because your skin is math, not mystery. Once you understand the equation, you can actually solve it. And I know this might feel overwhelming, like, okay, Alba, but where do I even start? And that's exactly why I need you to watch this video next. Because I spent $60,000 and years figuring this out the hard way. And in that video, I break down exactly what finally worked, the exact sequence I followed to clear my skin when nothing else worked. Not the prescriptions, not the diets, not the expensive treatments, nothing. Basically, I want to show you the exact systematic approach that changed everything, because you don't need to spend what I spent or suffer as long as I did. If you're struggling with adult acne right now and nothing seems to actually work, you're not broken. You're not cursed, and this isn't permanent. Your body knows how to heal. We just need to give it the right support in the right order. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you. Go and watch that video now, and let's start your healing journey together. because you deserve to wake up confident. You deserve to feel comfortable in your skin. And I promise you, there's light at the end of this tunnel. See you there, beautiful.